What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Subscribe or die trying. You see the thumbnail. Shout out to Dr. Tierson Johnson for doing a commentary on a young brother who was in Superfly. Don't know his name, but I know him from the character in the movie. Talking about how he was 26 when he hooked back up with his father and he found out his mom lied. And for a lot of you guys, you know the feeling. You know what's going on when you have to live a life where you're being painted as the villain. Most of us have been there, have gone through it, or are going through it right now. Whether it be with our kids or with the stereotypes of America. Before you walk into a room, you're gonna rob the place because somebody, painted you as a villain before you got there. Thus the fake stereotype of the police, having to pull guns out on brothers in traffic stops. You were speeding, so it must be a robbery or murder somewhere, even though it didn't, there's no robbery or murder where we at. But, nevertheless, you've been painted as a villain, so I know somewhere along the lines, you got to have some drugs, you got to have some guns, maybe you got some prostitutes in the trunk. I don't know, whatever it is. So once you're painted as a villain, you don't know who the artist is, though. You see, and that's the dangerous thing. Sometimes you know, but most times you don't know who the artist is, because sometimes you think this person is painting you as a villain when it's actually that person. Sometimes for you fathers out there, could be the mom painting you as a villain, but it could be the people in the mother's family actually, painting you as the mother's villain. As the villain. So with your kids, oh, well, this person told me you was this, and this person told me you was that, and this person told me you was this, and this person told me you was that. True story. I remember being in family court going through a custody hearing with my own kid, right? And my son's mother's father came to testify, and he testified on her behalf, but he also testified against me. But the only problem with that was I ain't never met the guy. I don't know the guy. Never seen him. Never been in the same room. Don't even know his name. But he was on the stand, blah, blah, blah. And I just leaned over to my lawyer. I'm like, I don't even know this dude. I never even talked to him. Never seen him before. Before today, so I haven't. The first time I saw him was today. Literally. Not figuratively. Literally. So she started asking, do you know my client? No. Have you ever met him? No. Have you ever talked to him? No. Have you ever seen him before? No. Ever seen him before today? No. Well, how do you have all these things to say about him? And in court, mind you. Now, at the time he was trying to look out for his baby, per se. But people don't have a problem painting you as a villain. You got to watch them. And what happens, when you... What happens when you're the artist who can only paint villains, but you're really good at it? Is art imitating life, or is life imitating art? Because sometimes you're a good painter of villains because, your mind is twisted and evil like the villains. But somebody else has to deal with the consequences of that. Because when you paint another person as a villain, people treat them as such. And like I said about stereotypes of being black, this is why you get other groups of people who are non-black or non-black American, or just not, or just non-black in general, who come up to people with a stereotype because somebody else portrayed them to be something, and that's what they're gonna go with. So you meet somebody that's Jamaican, you put on a dreadlock wig and you start using that fake accent that you're terrible at, but oh my God, and I smoke weed, oh my God. Disrespectful. You get around somebody, Black American, hey, what's up, my brother? Yeah, brother. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing my thing. I'm doing, you know what I'm saying? I listen to the music. I listen to that little baby. I listen to the baby. I listen to NBA Youngboy. What? Hey, man, get out my face. I listen to Jay-Z too. Look, man, shut up before I punch you. It's disrespectful. It's disrespectful. You paint me as a villain. I used to, when I was a young man, when I was like 20, I worked in a movie theater, and one of the supervisors was an Italian guy. And you wouldn't be, being an Italian guy at a movie theater, even for me watching, I was like, this sucks. Because, you have the movie fans and, all right, Paisan, oh, you're in the mob, yeah. He's like, these motherfuckers. It's like everybody's not in the mob, man. Everybody's not eating cannolis every day. And he has to explain this every day I was working. But he was painted as, hey, I don't want you to get me whacked now. I'm just playing. Like, I wish I knew somebody so I could kill you, though. It was that type of vibe, right? But when you're painted as the villain, people have no problem disrespecting you and thinking you're wrong for your response, and they're right for disrespecting you, because they've already gotten a narrative that you're this person or that person, and the person that does not, deserve respect or have earned respect of anybody, because you're just some following sucker who decided, yeah, I'm going to just go with this because you're stupid. Let's just be flat out and say that you're stupid, because you never asked the question for the painter to you who are watching, the painting against the wall. Oh, you painted this villain? Yes, it's from the 80s time period of my hate for these people because my auntie said she got mugged by some 6'4" bald-headed black guy in New York in an alley. But your auntie didn't say she was a drug addict, and she was at Club 54 giving, doing favors for drugs. But that part, she couldn't say that. So now, you go out into the world with these shenanigans, and it's okay. So you think. But when you're being painted as a villain, this is what you got to deal with. And then people, let's talk this out. Let's explain to me why you're not the villain. Explain to me why you're so stupid that you believe the person who wasn't even in the group that you were hating on about the group that you are. So you listen to a white dude tell you about black people, but he not around anybody black. Closest he got was television and the music in his earbuds. That's it. Stupid. But same thing with the fathers and the mothers. A lot of y'all met on, partying terms. How you know the intricacies of this person's life? You don't. You don't even talk to this person on a regular basis. You haven't got to know them. A lot of the people you haven't got to know, you just know that they're bad. And you pass on that they're bad. And these kids believe that they're bad. And they come to find out something else because it never dawns on them. How can you know so much about a person that you don't talk to? But I digress. I'm 8 minutes in. Like, share, subscribe, or die trying. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace.